My name is Fulong Wu. I'm Bartlett Professor of Planning at UCL. My research area is urban China research. I use Chinese cities as a laboratory to observe contemporary urban changes. Over the last 3 decades, China has experienced rapid urbanization, millions of migrants moving into cities. Because Chinese cities have expanded so rapidly, they incorporate former villages into the cities, so they become so-called urban village or urbanized villages. But essentially, they are migrant enclaves. Traditionally, the government thought these were chaotic places and dirty places. Planners adopted a modernist approach to demolish villages to create new towns, for example. And our argument is that you need to preserve the urban fabric and integrate them with existing spaces. Demolishing will push migrant workers into further away places. That create enormous difficulty for migrants to come to the city to work. They have to commute a long distance to the city. This is one of urban villages in Shanghai. Some of these villages are very interesting places. We should preserve them to preserve the culture and to attract tourists as well. We talked to migrant workers and residents in these places, and we found they are very valuable places for them, and we collaborate with Chinese officials and planners to find an alternative way. Instead of demolishing these villages, they provide necessary services, public services to them, and improve the living environment and tidy up.
We have seen a large number of rural population and resources rushing into cities. Our rural environmental improvement project is quite different from projects in other provinces. And what makes our project special is its idea of inclusiveness. We focus more on removing wastes between houses, cleaning ponds, developing underused land into farmland, bush landscapes, and green spaces. These actions help improve public space and residential environment without taking any changes to the existing housings, which receive good feedback from rural population.
One of the reasons that our research has great impact is that rather than disseminating our findings to our policy users, we engage them at the right beginning. We gain their trust and we find the solution together. It's not just about living spaces, but it's also about preserving culture, which is very important for Chinese cities in the future. You can see new facilities have been developed to bring tourists into the villages. You can see the buildings have been improved. Some houses become B&Bs or small hotels for tourists to stay overnight. Our research has been recognized by local officials. I accepted the invitation from Mayor of Guangzhou, a city in southern China, to become an advisory member of his town planning board. We organized continued professional development in UK to train planners and planning bureau directors in UK to gain a better understanding of informal settlements.
Fulong's research has truly inspired our work a lot. His work on rural environment improvement is really helpful, especially the study on cultural background of Jiangsu province, rural planning and development. We look forward to more chances to work with him in the future.
This work is important to me because I'm passionate about Chinese people and Chinese cities. These migrant villages are not isolated places. They are not ghettos or slums. I think other developing countries can learn from Chinese experience how informal settlements are being improved. Our significant legacy is to improve millions of migrant workers' living conditions in China and to achieve a more sustainable development.